Good morning. It's time for humanity to grow up and take responsibility for climate change. That was Boris Johnson's message to the United Nations General Assembly as he gave his speech. With just 40 days to go now until the UK hosts a set peace summit on climate change, the Prime Minister called on leaders to sign up for big reductions in their carbon emissions. It would mean developing countries phasing out power generation from coal with help from richer nations. Our correspondent, Barbara Plett-Usher, has more for us from New York.
It was not for the faint-hearted, this frenetic trip. The Prime Minister covered a lot of ground. He shook a few hands, conducted a few interviews, visited a few sites, even took a train ride. Final stop, back to the United Nations, where he used his address to press for stronger commitments to end global warming, with a stark warning of the enduring consequences if countries didn't step up.
We will see desertification, drought, crop failure, and mass movements of humanity on a scale not seen before. Not because of some unforeseen natural event or disaster, but because of us, because of what we are doing now. And our grandchildren will know that we are the culprits.
The Prime Minister chose to focus solely on the subject of climate change. He used this global stage to make the strongest pitch he could ahead of the climate conference coming up soon in Glasgow, which he said would be a critical turning point for humanity.
It helped to have an American president on side. Joe Biden pledged to double U.S. contributions for developing nations to tackle climate change. That was a big win for Mr. Johnson, who was determined to cement a crucial relationship that's had its rocky moments. He wasn't able to tuck the promise of a new trade deal into his suitcase, but it was still a largely successful trip that showcased the two leaders working together on shared priorities. And nowhere is that more evident than when it comes to the climate crisis.
Mr. President, see you in Glasgow. Thank you.
Barbara Plett-Usher, BBC News.